Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and this is Dixie.
And we're Love Hut for Life.
We've been on the road or living in our Truckbed Tinyhouse for 47 weeks now.
And this week was all about celebrating this one's 30th birthday.
Yeah, I'm 30 now. We had a whole lot of fun in the Talladega National Forest and at Cheaha State Park. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, be sure and hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below to tell us what you think. On Saturday, we woke up with full intentions of celebrating my 30th birthday by learning to rock climb.
Just a short drive away is something very special. It's the Southeast premier bouldering field and recreational park. It sits on top of the third highest peak in Alabama, Chandler Mountain, and it's called Horsepens Fort.
But when we saw this sign, we knew that it just wasn't the place for us this weekend.
I believe we'll have to save that one for another day. So we decided to do what we do best and just head to a forest instead. The Talladega National Forest just so happened to be the closest one.
This beautiful place was absolutely perfect to set up a tent and pull out some old camping equipment and new to see how it was working.
Yes. I'm here.
While Shane finished setting up camp, me and Dixie decided to explore our surroundings a little bit by taking a short hike through the woods. As the temps are starting to drop and the cool air is coming in, all of the fall colors are starting to emerge, and it's absolutely beautiful out here.
Kelsey and Dixie found solitude in the camping chair next to a nice warm fire as I fired up dinner. Can you guess what it's gonna be? Steaks!
We curled up by the fire and prepared for what was going to be a really windy night.
Despite a solid effort from the wind, it didn't manage to blow our tent away, and we woke up to a beautiful morning view.
We woke up, ate some breakfast, and began to pack everything up, which was a little more time consuming than just taking the jack stands off of the house.
As usual, we pack in and pack out everything, but this time the truck was a little heavier. We decided to bring out what others had left behind in an effort to keep Alabama beautiful.
And we were off again, driving through the dirt roads of the Talladega National Forest on to our next adventure.
Our next stop was Cheaha State Park, and Kelsey finally got to do some of that crawling around on rocks.
Bald Rock is one of our favorite spots out here because from the top of it, you can actually see a 180-degree view, showing you a large portion of the beautiful state Alabama.
I've I've been coming to this particular spot for many years, and I never thought that view could get more impressive until I put Kelsey in it. Another favorite thing about this park to me is the trails. They're all super accessible and an easy hike, and you get to see amazing things with very little effort.
We could have spent all day on those trails, but we still had some work to do so that we could get back to living this way full time.
We said goodbye to the forest and got back to working on our Truckbed Tinyhouse.
Our project of the day was taking apart and working on our front bedroom window that had taken quite a bit of wind over our 19,000 miles of travel. Our little buddy Adzo was definitely pleased that we were home to do this project.
The next morning, I was up bright and early to cut the glass for our door that we made last week before I headed to work.
And I got started cleaning up the property that we've been working on so that we can prepare to leave no trace here as well.
The next day, I got sent home early from work, and I got to utilize some of that good old-fashioned sunlight to install our wireless air controller that attaches to our airlift system that we installed to stop that wobble.
We were all pretty stoked to have him home and did our best to help him out with the install.
This thing makes a huge difference from what I can tell. This would be 5 pounds of pressure on the airbags with me bouncing around on it like a madman, and the second image will be 100 pounds of pressure in the airbags. I can't wait to see what it looks like with a house on top of it.
We also added some brighter reverse lights before curling up in front of yet another fire.
The next morning, I was up bright and early making some final adjustments to trim work before I headed off to work for another day of fun-filled fence building.
I stayed back with the fur babies and made sure that all of those final trim pieces were stained and ready to be installed. Part of getting the property cleaned up is burning all of the extra wood pieces and parts of the house that we've replaced or improved over time, including our sign. The next morning, it was pouring down rain outside, and I was hoping that we would both get to do a little bit more of this today.
Unfortunately, I was off to work in the rain.
Leaving me and Dixie to entertain ourselves indoors. Not a whole lot of work got done.
Friday morning, you guessed it, I was up early again working on plumbing this time. You know, I've almost got this sink working right. Tackling a DIY plumbing system that runs off electricity is quite tricky.
While he headed off to dig holes, I worked on getting the house cleaned up and everything put back in place from all of these projects that we've been doing this week.
I came home to a house that was ready to go, and we headed down to Mima's to finish out one last week on her front porch.
Alright guys, we are almost done here and just have a couple more days worth of work and one more Hutless adventure.
Do believe so. We'd also like to thank each and every one of you for following us along so far. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, as well as the thumbs up and the little notification bell so you get a notification every time we post a video. If you have a minute, there'll be another link below to our Patreon account. Follow us along on there and help us get new gear and record a better experience for you guys to see.
Yeah guys, as always, we just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You're all awesome and we appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye y'all.